Hello and welcome to another English transformation video with me, Paul, and
Rory.
Fantastic. How are you, Rory?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very good. Honestly, I'm a little bit sleepy, but never mind. We'll soldier through. In today's video, we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. It is actually 1 week into the new year. So probably if you made a resolution, you have already broken it. But there you go. We're going to talk about them nonetheless. See which ones we have, and if we have broken them, how long we think they will last, for example.
And whether we have a plan for keeping our resolutions.
Well, that's right. A plan is very important, isn't it?
Plans are very important. Just like learning English, you can't just say, I want to learn English. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan of action on how you're going to do it. Same with resolutions.
Exactly right. So let's get into it. How about you? What resolutions at the end of last year? What were you thinking? You know what? Next year, 2020, new decade. I would really like to change this about my life.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I really want to focus on this coming year, 2020, is I want to make exercise a daily habit. I already exercise quite a lot. I'm a generally an active person, but I want to make it a habit where I don't even think about it. It's just something I do. For example, I never go to bed without brushing my teeth or
Good.
washing my face.
Good.
That's a habit. I don't even have to think about it. Always do it. So I want to make exercise like that, something automatic that I do.
So will you add a little bit of exercise before or after you brush your teeth in the morning, or before you brush your teeth in the evening?
That's it. That's what my goal is, to make it part of my routine so that I don't see it as a chore or something that I occasionally
Well, you've had 8 days, Rory. How many of those days have you exercised?
6.
So you failed.
6. No, I have not failed. I am still forming the habit. I didn't say that I want to exercise every day.
You want to form the habit.
I want to form the habit.
So you've got 360 odd days to go.
Yeah, they say it generally takes about 21 days to form a habit. So I've got 21 days, approximately.
And I think it doesn't really matter too much if you don't do it every day, as long as you don't go more than a day or two without doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Whether that's studying English or doing push-ups or whatever it might be.
Exactly.
You can forgive yourself a day or two of not doing it for various reasons, but then get back into it.
Yeah. Well, remember, my resolution isn't to exercise every day. It's to make exercise a daily habit. Because if I look at it like I have to exercise every day, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
it's going to be, I'm going to fail. Because I'll be too tired, or I'll be sick, or, and then I'll beat myself up about it. But if it's a habit, I won't have to kind of think about it. It'll just, be part of it and get done.
Yeah.
And there are days when, I am too sick to brush my teeth. And so I don't brush my teeth because I'm too sick, I'm coughing, or, and I don't beat myself up about it when I don't do it. So that's my goal.
But generally, more often than not, you probably do.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I want to do with exercise, where more often than not, I do exercise, even if it's just a couple of minutes.
Have you got the goal of being able to lift a certain number of weights or do a certain number of laps of an athletic track or some sort of goal, or just I want to do something every day?
I want to do something every day.
Yeah,
definitely not in terms
much
of
better.
Yeah. It's more of an action plan if it becomes part of my daily routine, rather than I have this goal of I want to run 6 kilometers every day, because I'm not going to do it. I know I won't.
Yeah, but a kilometer a day maybe.
Maybe. I just don't find that sort of thinking works for me.
Yeah, okay, fantastic.
I find that if I integrate it into what I do generally every day, then I don't have a problem with it. But if I think about it as a task or a chore, then it's much less likely to get done.
Do you have any others, or is that not the only one? Is that what your main focus is? Exercise as a daily habit, or you're gonna quit smoking, or stop eating chocolate, or stop drinking coffee, or whatever it is people usually decide to change?
No, none
Good.
of those. I do have a particular goal. So by the end of 2020, I will have applied to become an Australian citizen.
Ooh,
So that's my big thing
cool.
for 2020. I'm going to apply to become an Australian citizen.
Fantastic.
Hopefully by the end of 2020 I will have become an Australian citizen, but once the application is in, it's not really up to me. It's up to the government to make it quicker.
But you can only focus on the things you can control, right?
Exactly.
If they say no, they say no. You can't control that.
I don't think they'll say no. I think more that it will take a while, that the application will take a while to go through, and so yeah.
Fantastic.
But that's my big thing. What about you? Any resolutions have you got that you've got?
Well, one of them was to not worry so much about the future. I don't know if they can see behind me or you can. It says action beats anxiety. So I was anxious a lot. Just always worried, and I thought I'm not going to do that, and I should have made YouTube videos a long time ago. 10 years ago would have been a good time, but I don't want in 10 years time to say I should have started 10 years ago. So my goal, it kind of started in December. I like to get a head start on the new year, and otherwise the 1st of January comes and then I start planning. Well, I want to hit the ground running. So my goal is to at least get one video uploaded every Monday morning.
Okay.
No matter what. So actually, I think it was between the Christmas and New Year holiday. If there was a Monday in that, I never remember what happens in that week. I tried to do a video. I edited it. It was terrible. It was my fault, obviously, but I couldn't get it to work. And so I was up until 2 a.m. editing a video to come to work to upload it, because it's quicker to do that than do it at my house. And I don't know, about 50 people watched it. But I don't care about the number of subscribers or likes or anything like that. I want to make it the habit of consistent uploading.
Okay.
If I say every day, it's not going to happen. But every Monday, I can do that. And so far, I've done it. So that's one thing. I want to drink less. I don't drink a lot of beer, but I had started drinking a little bit more than I should. It's not a particularly healthy habit. I would come home from work and drink beer, eat potato chips, because that feels good. But nothing tastes as good as fit and healthy feels, apparently. So I'm going to
just like paraphrasing Kate Moss.
Tony Robbins. Kate Moss will do as well. I don't particularly care to look like her.
No, she famously once said, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels."
Okay, I heard Tony Robbins say it, but
okay.
Either way, Kate Moss, equally, I will paraphrase her. But better diet.
Okay.
And stick to it, like you said, make it just daily. Today, I will exercise, I'll do something towards a YouTube video, I will post on Instagram 2 or 3 times a day, instead of letting the world pass me by. So basically consistency.
Okay.
YouTube, diet, exercise, and Instagram, those sorts of things.
Okay, cool. Good. Is there anything you want to stop doing?
Stop doing? Well, drinking and eating drinking alcohol and too much coffee, and eating bad food too much.
Okay.
Potato chips, cookies, these sorts of things because it's starting to show. You can't see it, and under a t-shirt it's kind of hidden, but when the t-shirt comes off, or the rashi, you know, the Aussie sort of swimming t-shirt, they're really tight and they're unforgiving. I pulled one on at the weekend and my daughter started poking my belly. And yeah,
nice.
it wasn't very flattering. So better diet, more exercise for my ego, and more YouTube videos with more subscribers for my ego. I guess next year my resolution will have to be less of an ego.
Okay,
maybe.
But that would be next year.
Not that it's very big, but that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
So what do you think you will be doing, or where will you be this time next year?
Well, January 2021, by then I plan to have had, or I will have, not plan, because that might not happen, I will have recorded and uploaded another 51 or 52 videos, one a week, maybe more, but at least that. I probably will be able to lift more weight.
Okay.
Not because I care too much about the number, but obviously if you can do that, it's stronger and better for your health. And I think within a year, I will be able to run 10 kilometers with ease.
Oh, okay.
Because I did last year start running quite consistently, but then I got a bit ahead of myself. And I ran 5 kilometers a couple of days in a row, and then 10 kilometers, and then I couldn't walk for about 3 weeks. So, being
build
calm.
up,
But I
build
think,
up slowly.
I'll be able to do those things.
Okay.
Cool. How about yourself?
Well, I mentioned those two. Make exercise a daily habit, and put in my application for Australian citizenship. I also have an environmental resolution,
Okay.
which is to use less plastic. I don't use a lot of plastic to begin with, but there are certain things where I do use quite a bit of plastic. The example that kind of comes to mind is I have a lot of barbecues. I go to a lot of barbecues, and we have a lot of barbecues at mine. So usually there's plastic knives and forks and spoons involved. So I've swapped them out for wooden knives and spoons.
Wooden knives.
Yes, wooden knives and spoons, because they're compostable. They're still single use, but they're compostable, as opposed to the plastic ones, which are non-compostable and stay in our environment for a long time. So that's like one small practical step that I've sort of taken already, but I plan to do more of those types of things, and stop using as much plastic as I do.
Fantastic. That's good. How has that worked so far?
Pretty good.
How many barbecues have you had to use your
We've had
wooden
3
utensils?
barbecues already, and
Really?
yes, we do that. My husband's Aussie. We barbecue a lot.
That's an Australian and a South
Yeah.
American. You're gonna
So
be barbecued out.
yeah, so we've already done that a bit. I've also found a nice brand of paper plates that don't like all bend and get, because usually the paper plates are really crappy and they bend and they get soggy.
Are they eco-friendly?
Yes, they are. Because they're paper, they're like renewable, compostable. So I've swapped out all the plastic plates for that. I'm still looking for a solution for cups. So if anyone has any advice on how to swap out plastic cups for something that's a little bit better in terms of the environment, please comment.
Glass? Or they're too dangerous
It's
with
too
your
dangerous.
drunk friends at barbecues?
Yeah, it's too dangerous. Or if there's children about, it's a bit too hard
Cool.
with glass. So still on the lookout for that. But yeah, just different ways in which I can reduce using plastic.
Fantastic.
Do you have any others?
Spend less money on wants. Because as you know, I'm a bit of an Apple addict, and they're expensive wants. I want to teach my children to save their money or spend it wisely, not just fritter it away and spend it on, whatever they want at the time. So saving money, I'm happy to spend lots of money on good things, but not where I feel it's a waste. So previously I would have a coffee or two from a coffee shop every day, but that adds up very quickly. When you're spending $3, $4 per coffee, it's bad for the environment as well, because it's a paper cup and a plastic lid. So I won't buy coffee from a coffee shop. Maybe once a month.
Okay.
Or if we were to go somewhere or have a meeting or whatever, then maybe, but generally no. And then I'll save that money and put it towards something else. Because at the end of the year, I could go on holiday to Japan.
Yeah, you can.
Or anywhere, depending on the price.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of money. So that sort of thing.
Yeah. Awesome.
And not waste my time on sports. Not that sports is a waste of time, particularly playing soccer or exercise or running or something, but I got into the habit of watching the soccer game live at 1 a.m. until 2 or 3, and then that's a stupid idea.
You're tired the next day.
No sleep.
Yeah.
Then I would watch the highlights, and then I would watch all the like the post-match analysis of this, and it's just a waste of time. So I downloaded an app, Duolingo actually, that I hadn't used for a long time. I thought, this is rubbish. But on the 1st of January, I decided to learn Japanese, and I'm actually pretty good at Japanese apparently. Portuguese, so I'm doing those at the same time, and then I'm going to do Spanish and Chinese at the same time. I'm not sure how long that will last, but every morning for the last 8 days I've used this app, and I think it's great. The reading and the understanding of the language is relatively simple. When they say things and I can see it, I know what it is. But if somebody asked me to speak, it's just a disaster.
Well, that's I think a common problem for a lot of our students.
A common problem.
Speaking and generating the language. So it's kind of good that you're starting to learn a different language, and maybe
I can appreciate even more of how hard it is for a second language learner.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
And you can watch another video over here somewhere or down there that will talk about our tips for what we think you should do to improve your language even more than you may already have done so. You think we might be done, Raw?
Yeah.
Because I'm tired and
me too.
Fading fast.
I need to go and do some exercise.
Yeah, I think so. I need to go and have some sleep. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.
Please let us know if you've got any New Year's resolutions that you're hoping to accomplish this year, and comment below.
Fantastic. Great. That was a struggle, wasn't it?
That really was.
Half wondering if you did press record. That was a